Hey guys, this is Gary Viney here. I wanted to reach out to you. I finally got this thing straightened out, figured out what was going on. I had some technical difficulties. Um, so what I'm going to talk about tonight, guys, is basically information about what is going on inside of the community of Power Network and the iPass. That's going to be kind of a bonus to you, where I'll be sharing some of the iPad stuff with you. But I want you guys to understand that basically the basic principles about a blogging platform and how it can help you. Because basically I got my little notes right here, and what I want to share with you guys is something. I want to give you an analogy real quick and basically share real quick. Basically, I'm not going to keep you guys for long because I know I got started. What I want to say is it's like this. A blogging platform is basically like you're inviting someone to your house, or you just getting to know someone. You don't want to come across like you're just straight up asking someone for the sale or whatever. So basically it's like this. Like if I invited you to my house and say, hey, would you like to come to the house, have a few drinks and let's just talk about life and, just get to know each other a little bit. Pretty much a blogging platform pretty much puts you in that arena of basically being basically in a sense where people are comfortable in getting to know you, pretty much, so to speak. Like, for instance, if you were to, like go to a restaurant and you have an appetizer before your meal, steakhouse or something like that, you have an appetizer. Well, the blog is like an appetizer. It's what warms your cold market up. It warms the people up to you. So the blog is basically your triangle of trust. It's basically a location, your real estate, where you basically are able to, basically, for people that basically get to know, like, and trust you. Now, with some of the things that are coming out with Empower, we're actually coming out with a newer blogging platform that's going to blow your socks off. Okay, it's going to blow your socks, your pants, and whatever else you can think of off in actuality. But it's definitely going to be something that each and every one of you guys who are out there marketing will want to use in your campaigns or whatever you're trying to market. And like I say, this Hangout is pretty much for anyone who's doing any business, whether you're on my team, whether you're on a different team or whatever. But pretty much I just wanted to share my analogies and just kind of regurgitate information that I've basically have picked up through audios and a lot of videos that I've watched. Last actually meet the team, the dream team, which is it's the team I'm with Tracy Walker and Nicole Cooper, Adrian Hines, Roger Silvera. Although I've been part of the community for a little while, I definitely realized that it was definitely something that I needed to do. I knew that I needed to be at that event. That's kind of on a side note, basically. But going to events is definitely something that you have to do, no matter what you're in. You have to get around the people who are doing what you're doing. It only makes sense because it definitely transformed me in a way where I realized that I needed to be at the event, because if I wouldn't have made it, as a matter of fact, I missed the Freedom event. And here's what I did, something to remind me about not missing events. I basically I bought tickets for that event, for the Freedom event. That was back in January. And I bought 2 tickets because I was going to take a teammate, to the event with me. Now, after buying those tickets and I didn't make it to that event, I felt it. I felt it that I needed to be there. While that event was going on, I was off work, but I didn't make it to that event. And I could feel it. I could feel that I needed to be there. And I told myself, like, I'm not going to miss another major event in Power, the company that I'm with. I'm not going to miss another event. And I took those actual tickets and I put them in a frame. Actually, I need to hang them up behind me on the wall, just so it can be just my reminder as well. But I got them in our front room on the wall by the door. But I need to put it in here so I can actually see that every time, because this is the spot where for now, where I'll be doing, these live hangouts and things like that. But it was definitely an event that if you were not there, you missed a great event, because this, even though I missed an event back in January for the Freedom event, but the timing was definitely right for this event. I got there. I did have to sacrifice to get there. It's well worth it. Would I go back and change anything? No. I sacrificed to get there, and I knew I needed to be there, and that was just the event that I needed to know that I needed to be at every event and do whatever it takes to get to the event. So, with that being said, though, those of you who don't know me, who don't know who I am, I'm a single parent. I have a son. He's in college. He's going for his baseball dreams, and my mission is to pretty much get behind him with the things that he's doing. And I'm sure a lot of you out there, have kids, family, people that you want to do something more for, and this community that I'm involved in is definitely not just one of those things. A lot of times people think that we out here on the internet, or marketers on the internet, are just out to make a quick buck. But being a part of this community, I realized that the people that I met back in last month in Orlando, the Dream Team, and the rest of the Empower Network community, definitely are out to help each other. I can't say it more that I'm blessed to be part of this community. It's definitely a blessing to be here inside of this community, to be able to share my vision that I've that has came back out of me from years ago. I'll tell you a story. Years ago, I was in a marketing concept where I recruited, or I actually sold 50 customers to a service, to a long distance plan. I'm sure some of you might be familiar with that. But years ago, I actually, I got 50 customers on a long distance plan, and I don't think I even saw a $20 check. I can't even recall what it was because it was so small. I just couldn't remember what it was. But that in itself basically let me know that it's, it was just like, man, this is crazy. I'm just working hard to get those customers, And I didn't really see any real results from it. And after that, I got involved in a couple of other marketing concepts, to kind of try to make money outside of going to work. And I realized that basically you had to really grind. I mean, now, don't get me wrong, this community that I'm in now is definitely something where you do have to work. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to, pretty much do what the leaders do. And if you're not willing to get out there and make things happen for you and your family, the things you want for you and your family, whether you start late like I did just now, because I couldn't figure out something was wrong with the connection. I mean, I didn't know how to use it, because I hadn't used it a whole lot. But the thing about it, that whenever you're doing something to build and make a better life for you and your family, you got to do whatever it takes. And that's just plain and simple. Do whatever it takes. But what I want to share with you guys, I'm gonna get down to the meat that you guys are here for. I mean, those of you who are here. And if anybody has any questions, you maybe it'll pop out into the the YouTube channel. You can actually click on the actual link. If you're on the blog page, you can actually click on the link, and you'll be able to jump out in the. You might be able to see it on here. I'm not sure, but you might be able just to send a message on. I got another computer next to this one where I can actually see if there's any comments. I can just pull up my YouTube channel, and you can just leave your comments over here, and I can actually answer your questions probably at the end. What I'm going to do is go over some basic principles of blogging. So what I want to do right now is, I got some notes here, like I said. I'm going to go over basically the first thing I want to mention is this. When people come to your blog, they pretty much want to know, do you really care about them? I mean, that's the question. Do you really care about them? That's what most people want to know, if you really can help them or not. And one thing about a blog, and there's several things about a blog that can actually help you in your business or whatever you're doing. A blog can basically get you leads, brings you external traffic to your site. It brings people to you for them to know, like, and trust you. Now, some of you may say, well, what is a blog? Most of you may know what is a blog, but basically a blog is like a web page, but it's more of a moving type of page where basically you pretty much share your content. You share information about either your passions or whatever it is that you like doing. Now, there's an indirect way and there's a direct way of marketing with a blogging platform. Now, several more things about the blog is basically, traffic. You're able to get free traffic coming to you. Now, one thing I like about Empower and how the blogging platform pretty much works is that, as long as you have a blog, your information or content is always there. It's always out there. You don't have to worry about, being, now, of course, we do things more in a, you can't put anything that's not, everything needs to be pretty much not explicit out there. You want the information to be, very, valuable. You want to share value with your blog, and you want to be able to, influence people with, and basically they need to get to know you. That's the key. That's like, just think of this. If there's someone that you like, I'm just going to give this quick analogy. If there's someone that you like, or someone, say your husband, boyfriend, or someone, you're not in a relationship or whatever. If there's someone that you like and you just meet them, you don't just ask them, hey, how you doing? Would you like to get married tomorrow? See, that's crazy. You can't just walk up to someone and say that, right? You have to basically say, the correct way is like, hey, how are you? What's your name? Hey, oh, okay. Your name is, Deanna? Oh, really? Okay. What do you do? So basically you're getting to know that person. You're getting to know that person. So with a blog, it's pretty much the same thing, okay? Because a lot of people just put information out there on different platforms, such as, maybe Facebook or whatever. Nothing wrong with Facebook. It's more of a hangout spot to me. But it's spammy. It's kind of like spammy when you just throw information out there. Like people are flashing money out there. I mean, and honestly, when I first started, doing marketing again after several years when I got into Empower, basically. The company before I got into Empower, I was actually flashing money out there, and I realized that it was definitely something that I shouldn't have been doing. And a lot of people do that, and I realized how kind of messy it looks. I mean, honestly, you're flashing money. Who knows where you got that money from? You might have gotten your tax refund, or you may have borrowed some money from the bank, and then you want to put it out there. And I mean, and some of it may be true. I'm not saying that's not true, but that's kind of like I don't know. It's just not cool. It's not professional to me. It didn't look professional, and I realized it after I did it, and then someone else did it after I was doing it. You know, and I stopped, and then I saw someone else do it. I'm like, wow, that doesn't even look right. But anyway, but with the blog, you guys, you basically want to treat a blog like it's your house. Like when you invite someone to actually, you know, say they want to know you more, but you want them to know you more. The blog is basically a warm place or a safe place that you know, users, I'm not users, but actually you know, people who want to buy whatever it is that you're offering. Not to say that you're going to be just blasting them on your blog with, hey, selling them. Of course, you want to have a call to action in your blog. Now, when you influence people with your blog, it's about having, it's about you just being you, okay? You want to be yourself, because it's like right now, you know, this is me, and this is me explaining, you know, some things that I've kind of pretty much have listened to in audio. You know, inside of the Power Network, I listen to an Inner Circle audio that basically gives me this knowledge that I'm actually sharing with you today. But the key for me is to, and I feel like, you know, I have to get out here and actually help people with their business, right? But all the information is in the products, and that's one of the things that a lot of people feel like. Some people feel like, hey, you know, oh, my sponsor didn't help me, or, you know, I need some help and this and that. Now, one thing I can tell you this, for me, I mean, you know, Tracy Walker is my sponsor. Although I followed her across the internet before I got involved in the Power, I never asked her to help me do anything with this, you know, with this business. I never asked her. And one thing about being in business for yourself, you are the CEO of your business, and if the information is all here. Now, another thing about Empower, I can see a lot of things about Empower in the iPad system, because the iPad system is basically a front end product of Empower that actually can help you actually gain more leads and get to know, like, for people to get to know, like, and trust you. It actually gives people the small wins, you know, to basically help them see that they can actually make money over the internet. Okay, I have to say, Chris Jones and, you know, his team have put together a great front end product to actually help anyone who is trying to build inside of this community. So it's definitely great to be here as far as, you know, doing this business. I know I got started late, you guys, so I'm definitely going to start going through this stuff. So I didn't know I would start talking this much, actually, but I guess it's a good thing, right? But anyway, you know, a blog is basically also, you want to treat it like a party that people would love to come back to, right? I mean, if people like you, they're going to come back to your website. But if you open up someone goes to your blog, because if you go to my blog, which is dt.vny, you probably, well, let's see, I might type it over here somewhere, but it's VNYINC, dt. Like Dream Team, dt.vnyinc.com. So that basically is going to take you to my blog. Now, my blog right now, this platform is the platform that we currently have in Empower, but we have a new one which is called Kalatu, and you'll probably see that above above this screen. If you're on the blog, you'll see a picture of it, and if you click that link, that actually will just it'll actually get you enrolled, you know, to get started with a blog, should you choose to. I would recommend anyone who's in any type of business to take a look at a blogging platform to actually market and get more leads and sales, because it's your triangle of trust. Like I say again, you know, it's definitely that. When it comes to blogging, you have to have somewhat patience, you know, patience with your blog, because you can't just get a blog and think that you're going to be making money the next day. Now, you can if you're a pretty good marketer from the beginning, but most people aren't expert marketers. And you have to give yourself time to actually, learn information. You have to work on your mindset, which that's part of what the inner circle audios do for you. They help you work on your mindset. They help you learn different things that other leaders are doing in order to, condition your mind to understand how to be able to share authentic information with people. So I want you guys to know that basically this is not a lottery ticket or anything like that, because most people think that, if they get involved in something, they're going to get rich the next day. I mean, and it just doesn't work that way. If you play the lottery, and a lot of people do play lottery, and they play all the time, and they don't win, and they just think they're supposed to just get into a business and actually be able to make money like the lottery the next day. So, but anyway, another thing about the blogging platform, I'll look at my notes here while I'm talking to you guys. Whenever you, like, for instance, in a blog, I'll give you guys an example of the indirect way of blogging. Now, the indirect way of blogging is, say you like snowboarding, or say you like skating, okay, and you have say you have like an Instagram photo or something of you like skating, so you have an Instagram photo of you skating, and then you send people. So you take a picture, and then in your little description, you have like a link in there for your blog. And then you say, well, here's 5 different ways to skate, 5 different ways to teach yourself how to skate, or 6 different ways, or you have several different ways, and you're basically giving that person value. When they come to your blog, they're like, wow, this is cool. He or she has shown me how to 5 or 6 different ways to skate. Like, say someone that doesn't know how to skate. Well, if you're a skater and that's something that you like doing, that's your passion, which it's not my thing because I'm not a good skater. But anyway, but basically, a person will come to your blog and pretty much want to get to know you better, right? Well, they get to know you better because you just share some valuable information with them. But you can kind of bridge that, because what happens is when someone comes to your blog, the indirect way, you've just shared information about skating, right? But on the right or the left or the top, there's some other information. Like, how do you make money here? How do you make money blogging? So then that person can actually click on the link or whatever, and they can get sent, maybe a landing page that's going to send them back to you to basically share the information that David Wood is sharing about blogging, or the information about iPads, so should you have that on your page. But I do recommend any of you who are in power to definitely take a look at iPads. It's definitely a product that it pretty much systemizes things for you, that can basically take you kind of out of the loop. You still have to do a little work, but you don't have to do as much. But it's definitely streamlined. I have to give it to Chris Jones for putting that out there and making it available to us. Another thing that you guys want to think about, as far as just being able to get leads and things, you want to basically you're asking people for permission to get to know, like, and trust you. So what it is like, people they need more than one exposure to you. And what do I mean when I say that? Well, what I'm saying is, if someone comes to your blog, they may not, from the first time, actually buy anything from you. They may not. Most people don't. I mean, I didn't when I got involved in Power. I watched Tracy for a little while. I kind of, but I kept coming back and looking. So it took 5 exposures to her, but she actually shared some valuable information, which what I'm doing now is sharing with you some valuable information on different ways of how you can blog and you know, create basically a following around you through your blogging platform. Many people have a lot of people that follow them. But my thing is this: why is it? I mean Facebook. There's nothing wrong with Facebook. I'm not down there or anything. I'm just saying it. It doesn't give you an opportunity really to get out there and actually build. It doesn't give you. It doesn't give you the opportunity to actually make your money across Facebook. Okay, Facebook is not a you know, not a spot for you to actually promote your business. And I've learned this where, you know, you can post something on Facebook and then you're like, man, okay, how come nobody's liking my stuff? Even your friends don't don't like it, and you're wondering why. Well, the reason is because you're shooting that information directly at them, like, hey, you need to buy this, and they might not even be interested in it. And another thing I want to say is this, that, and I've learned this from, you know, Tracy Walker. She basically mentions that if you try to market to everybody, you market to nobody, right? Just keep that in mind. Don't think that everybody's interested in what you have to offer, because everybody's not. And that's one of the things that you almost have to, like, we don't want to come across like you're, oh, you need to buy my stuff, you know, or please buy my stuff. You know, you don't want to be that way. You don't want to come across desperate, like, you know, you need to buy my stuff. You know, you pretty much want to be like, hey, here's what I have. It can definitely help you. Because just think about this: anybody, and here's something I learned from Michelangelo Lopez. He says that basically, and matter of fact, in my blog, you can actually listen to his. I have his audio out there. It's probably one of the blogs on my blog page. But you can actually listen to the Inner Circle audio with him speaking about a blog. But he tells you that 97% or 95% of people who are they were either in an opportunity or just got beat up by an opportunity, right? Well, of course, they're not looking for another opportunity. Most people aren't, but most people who need, or people who are looking, who you can help with a blog, is basically those people, other marketers. See, this community was built by marketers for marketers, and all the information that helps you, you know, be able to grow you, like, you grow yourself, you grow your mindset, you pretty much learn how to do different things, and you pretty much learn, do, and teach at the same time, you know. So it's like right now, it's like, okay, yeah, I've listened to audios, I've listened, so I've done some, you know, internet marketing, I've added some things on my, you know, my autoresponder, you know, put information out there, and I've basically, now I'm actually teaching you what I've basically been reading over and going over and just sharing it with you, right? So basically, you pretty much have to, once you gain knowledge, you need to let it out. You need to get it out there. A quick tip for you: any information that when you're listening to someone, like you're listening to me now, if you're taking some notes, right? If you're taking notes, you're probably picking up something that I've said, you know, a little bit ago, maybe 10, 15 minutes ago, that if you're taking those notes, those are things that you can use as nuggets in your business. Because I picked this up from actually Mike Hobbs. He's another, you know, leader in the Power Network. And matter of fact, before I go any further, before I talk about money, I want to mention that we love compliance here in Empower. So if you guys want to see the average earnings, you need to go to empowernetwork.com/income.php. Okay. That's just a disclaimer right there, because once I start talking about, you know, money that people have made, I'm not going to promise that you are going to make a dime in this business, but it's possible that you can make some money in you know, in iPads and in Power Network. So I just want to get that out the way out front. But But like I said, there's seven points of exposure that people need to be exposed to you. Now, some people may join you or buy what you have to offer, with a couple of exposures. Some people it may take them a little while, but the key is you want to actually target people who are interested in what you have. If you target people that aren't interested in what you have, you're other things that I can say basically is this. With a blog, um, you can expand, past your friends and family, because what happens is when you start getting to be known, and of valuable information that you share, you're pretty much becoming a person of authority. And one thing about a blogging platform, it definitely is a professional looking site where you look like you were, not to say that you aren't, but I'm just saying it gives you a professional look, where people don't know whether you're a new person or. So think of a blog like, warming up your meal. You don't want to eat a burger that you just pulled out of the refrigerator. Let's say it's a patty that's frozen. You can't eat it like that, right? Your blogging platform is the warming spot. It's the spot for people to, like I said again, your triangle of trust. Um, there's, for instance, in the video with Michelangelo Lopez, with the blog alone in Empower Network, and like I said, you can see our income disclaimer, Empower Network. There's going to be one after the video, but anyway, the income disclaimer talks about how basically there's average earnings, and we can't promise that you're going to make a dime. But Michelangelo Lopez, he did like 137,000 in a year, just from the blog alone, the $25 a month blog alone. And there's other leaders who have made a lot more than that with blogging platform. And that lets you know that basically Empower and David Wood pretty much is I mean, to me, he is a mastermind. Because when he came up with this blogging stuff, and I didn't know anything about it until, I've been, in Empower for a little while, but not long. But he basically just miraculously got God just touched him with some information. And if he wouldn't have been touched with information, I wonder if I probably wouldn't be sitting here right here talking to you about, blogging and different things that you can do with and how it can actually help you in your business. So, which is cool because, I think that, we all need to be out here to help each other to achieve some things. And true enough, you have to think about it. It does take money to make money. It takes money to make money, but sometimes you can blow money on things that you don't need. And with that being said, you don't want to be out there across the internet buying everything that you see. I had to catch myself from doing that when I first got started with this marketing across the internet, because if you're out there buying everything, you're trying to learn all this stuff that pretty much you can use or you may not be able to use it, but you're just adding all this stuff to your little toolbox, right? But at the same time, you're hunting across the internet for stuff when everything is all here in Empower instead of iPass. Basically, iPass is Empower, but everything is all here. So there's no need for a person to actually go trying to buy this and buy that, get into this, get into that. There's people that leave, that get in Empower, they don't feel like it's working, they leave, and then they come back, and then they come back with a vengeance and actually start producing. So, one of the key things, guys, is to basically you want to definitely invest in your business in the right way. And and like I say, this Hangout here is from I just wanted to actually tell you guys about the blog, give you more information about the blog. The platform that's coming out, guys, is totally okay, totally off the chain. Okay, I mean, the other night I was listening to a call actually hangout with some of the leaders who have actually got the alpha test with Talatu, and I've just heard just nothing but good things about it. Nothing but good things. And one thing about it, guys, like there's going to be there's actually a 21-day blogging, uh, 21-day blogging challenge that people are, anyone who has the platform is going to be able to use, which is basically going to teach you how to blog. It's basically going to be walking you through it just like kindergarten. It's real simple. From what I've seen, it's basically going to have information in there drop downs where you just answer questions. So you just answer questions on different subjects, and you pretty much will blog about it. So that is cool. That is cool. Hey guys, I'm going to step away for a moment here. I got to get you something to drink because I'm thirsty. Be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. All right, had to give me some Brahms pink lemonade. But where was I? But yeah, guys, the blogging platform is definitely going to be off the chain. I would say that if I were you, I would actually get my platform. Before it comes out, maybe you can get on the list. You should be once you're an affiliate. Now, here's the thing about the blogging platform and the way they're rolling it out is basically if you get the platform, like if you have it right now, you'll be able to get it like whenever it's released to the public, right? But if you're an affiliate with Empower, if you wanted to market, say you wanted to market the blogging platform, you'll be able to you'd be able to probably get on the list and maybe be one of the beta testers that's coming out maybe here in a week or so. But like I said, I know that because what we're doing with the blog, basically, we're just making sure that everything is everything's going to be able to work, and it's going to be stable, and which I think is a smart thing that Empower is doing with it. Being that I'm able to be one of the beta testers of it because I made it to an event last month, which was definitely a plus as well, because I knew, like I said, I knew I needed to be there at that event, and I knew that there were people there that I've been following who I had never met, and I finally got to meet them, and I'm like, man, this is cool to really meet the people who are doing the same business that I'm in. So it was great, guys. I mean, my thing is with this blog that's coming out, it's going to revolutionize. It's going to revolutionize, and this is no hype, guys. It's going to revolutionize the way marketers market. Okay, Chris Record, he's one of the leaders in the Power Network. who has basically put a lot of energy into, coming out with this blogging platform. He and David Wood. I just have to give it up for these guys who actually are making this stuff available to us out here to basically change our lives and just, make a different life for us all. But, it's up to us to actually step into our inner power to become, what we need to become. Because, guys, you only live once. And, one thing, there was a story that Tracy shared about a baseball player she grew up with. And I don't know, I can't remember all the details, but what I do remember her saying that, while she was, kind of struggling and doing a few things, struggling in her business, she asked this guy who she went to school with from the same town. She asked him, she was invited out to his house out in California, but he had like a $90 million contract with a baseball team. And she asked him, she said, well, how do you do it? Because she said she was just sitting there struggling, trying to figure out how to pay bills. And she's like, how do you do it? And when he told her that every time that he would hit that baseball or, hit at it or whatever, he'd think about his mom. And I think that's what it was, his mom. And then he said it's about the grit, right? So the grit is what? Well, it's the journey that you take. It's the journey that you take to get to where you need to be. See, what it is that you want, a clear vision of what it is that you want. See, if you just, because most people say, yeah, I want to make money, right? Now, I'm not going to go real deep into this, but I'm just giving you guys a tip. Most people want to make money, but most people aren't willing to do what it takes to get it, right? Most people aren't, because most people don't want to go through, the grit or the grind to make it happen. One thing that that David Wood mentions, he says, from going to zero to whatever amount that you're trying to get to is the most hardest thing to go through, but you have to go through it, right? You have to go through it. So what I want to basically share, let's see, last night I pretty much kind of done talking about the blog. I don't know if we have any, let me see if we have any questions over here. I'm going to look here and see. Go to my YouTube. Just a moment here. YouTube. Just going to see if there's any questions from anybody out there. I'll make sure I answer any questions on that. And then I'm going to kind of cover a few things on iPass. Not a whole lot, because basically, I think with iPass, it's such a simple system. Which, for those of you who don't know, iPass is the front end product for Empower. So it's definitely something that I think that, and like I said, I mean, some of you out there, you may have a business. I did want to mention this. Some of you may have a business, and you're not trying to get into another business, another opportunity, or whatever. So for you, you probably want to look at. I mean, everybody, pretty much, wants to. You want to look at the blogging platforms to be able to, engage with your audience. Think of. I got different analogies for the blog. Think of a blog like your a stage where you actually get to talk about what you like talking about. A stage where you can sing what you like to talk about. A singer needs a stage. A marketer needs a blog. A business owner needs a blog. So that's basically some of the things I feel that are important important for people who have a business. So let's see. I'll just check and see if there were any messages. I don't think I see any here. Looking, just kind of checking to see. Okay. All right. I don't see any questions on that. So what I want to talk about now, actually, you know what? Let me, okay, what I want to talk about now is just pretty much iPads a little bit about iPads. Basically, and it's not going to be long, guys. iPads is basically straightforward. I mean, if you don't know about iPads, I believe I have a link uh, in my yeah. There's a link on my blog above the screen there. You should see iPads 2. And if you click that, you should be able to. It should take you to information that basically Chris Jones is going to be talking and sharing information about it. But with iPads, basically what I want to say about iPads is it's the frontline product for you to kind of find those people who want to do the type of business that you're doing. Um, you know, everybody's not going to be interested in whatever you do, no matter what it is. But iPads is basically a system that is set up to assist you, where they do all the heavy lifting. Okay, where you pretty much all you have to do is get people in front of the offer, right? Get people in front of the offer, and you know they get in, and then they basically are sold by by the information. Uh, that I guess I keep every time I talk about something, I seem to think of something else. People, here's one thing that you want to write down. Probably this here. People do not like to be sold. They like buying, but they don't like to be sold. So when I say that, you think of it like this. Like, say, have you ever bought something and you felt like you just didn't want to buy it, and someone kind of made you buy it? They kind of just forced it on you. Like, say, for instance, say you buy a car and it's not really the car that you wanted, and then you go home, when you drive it home, you're like, man, I didn't really want this car. Why didn't you buy it? Right? I mean, that feeling there, it can be something little. It's, say someone just sold you something, at a store. Maybe it's just a jacket or a shirt or something like that. Now, I think, clothes to me, I think is, you pretty much will buy it if you want it. But if it's something that you really just don't want, do you really buy it? You don't, right? So basically, I would say, here's what I would say. People that just sell you something, right? I mean, that you didn't want. This is going somewhere, so don't think it's not. If you feel like you just got, if people just, hey, go ahead and buy this. You're like, I don't want that. Well, your blog is basically I think Michelangelo said this as well. Your blog is basically a spot for you to sell, but it's for you to sell you, right? It's for you to actually sell your person, who you are. That's what your blog is for. Okay. Once you do that, though, you bridge that with whatever it is you have to offer. It has something to do with financial transactions, right? The key is this: you can't come across as a salesy, pitchy type person. Okay, you don't want to be that. I had to learn this because I felt like I was almost running people off just by. Now I used to sell this one product when I worked at one company, and I would just, here comes Gary, he's getting ready to sell me something. But Your blogging platform is your arena to basically, now you don't want to be on there like spammy selling stuff like, hey, my name is Charlotte. Join this, buy this or join this. You want to give someone value whenever they come to your blog. That's what you want to do. You want to give them value when they come to your blog. It doesn't have to be a, essay or, it doesn't have to be a long thing, right? But you want to find information, like say certain keywords and things like that. You can actually use those keywords and actually plug them into your, whatever you have to say about whatever. And people who are looking for that, they will find you. They will find you. They may not join you the first time. They may not join you the second time. They may not join you in a year. But as long as you're putting that value, you're dripping some information on them because they come back. Hey, that information was pretty cool that George said the other day about these bats, or that Crystal said about these fish that I want to buy from the store, or whatever it is. It doesn't matter, because basically people have interests in different things. Everybody is different. We're all different in different ways. Things that you like, I may not like, but things that I like, you may not like. Some of the things we might like the same. So basically, think of it like that. Think of your blogging is definitely as a place for you to actually share your valuable information, for people to know, like, and trust you. And it's a spot for you to leave a legacy for. In essence, it is, because you'll be able to expose a lot of information to a lot of people, and build a following of people that will know, like, and trust you. And that's the key, guys. That's the key, for people to know, like, and trust you. So, one thing about, the team that I'm on, the Dream Team, anyone who pretty much gets on our team, basically, they pretty much get a lot more information than just the information. Tracy has put together a back office for us, the Dream Team movement, and you can only have access to that if you're actually on the Dream Team. So if you're part of my team, or anybody in the Dream Teams, you'll get access to back office information that can actually help you build your business, strategies and tips and things like that can actually help you build your business. And one thing, guys, when you get, no matter what company that you're in, when you get information, okay, you need to go over that information, to it, right? You can't just think that it's because you buy something that you're going to make money tomorrow with it, right? I mean, it's information that I'm sharing with you today, right now, is information that has been in my head for a while now, because I've been a part of the Power Network for a little while. So, and there'll be times where, on these Hangouts, I may mention some of the same things, but at the same time, there's always going to be something that I've learned throughout the week, because these Hangouts that I plan on having, like, every Thursday. That's the plan. I'll send emails out, and if any of you guys are on my list, you'll know if I change the schedule or whatever. But basically, things that you learn while you read, while you listen to audio, just from going to events, you'll pick things up from leaders, and don't think that you're gonna be able to get success overnight, because leaders have went through something. Well, people who are successful did not do it overnight, okay? But they took the steps, they stayed diligent, and they kept on going toward their goal, okay? Back to what I was talking about as far as being clear of what it is you want, being clear of what it is that what are you here for? That's the question you want to ask yourself. Why am I here? Am I here to make a difference in my family? Am I here to actually make a change? Am I here to actually do some things that no one in the family has ever done, but at the same time, I can inspire them and actually help them? Things that we need to look at as far as whenever we're doing any marketing, whenever we're doing anything where it looks like it's getting hard. If it's getting hard for you, you have to keep grinding. You have to keep grinding, because if you don't, what happens? You know, do you want to just, I mean, hey, most people have a goal, a vision, but some people's vision has been buried behind going to work for someone, right? Some people have just forgot all about the dreams that they really want to do, right? But when you have something like this, like, with Empower and iPass, when you have something like this in place that is authentic, that is here to actually help people, it's not one of them things out there. You say, look, whatever I got to do to share this information with people, it's going to be shared with them. And I'm going to try to help them in any way I can by pointing them in the right direction of what information they need to be looking at. So those are some key things, guys. So I mean, like I said, and if any of you who are watching this video now or watching it later, whatever, you're welcome to actually click the link above this video. You can actually listen to David Wood. And if you click the iPass link that's in the tabs above this video, if you're on the blog, you will actually learn more information about what it is that we do. There's always more information about an hour now, which I didn't think I would be, but I think it's been great tonight as far as sharing some information with you guys. I don't think there's any other questions. Well, there wasn't any questions. I didn't see any questions on here, but what I want to say, guys, is basically this. You only live once. Definitely take the steps to let God guide you in the ways that He basically touches you with. Let God guide you in the steps that you take. I before I got involved in Empower and in iPass, I didn't even know about this, some years ago, and I had moved to Las Vegas for maybe a couple of months, and I basically was, it was pretty rough, but I learned something from that. I knew that I had the courage to keep pushing forward, to actually push forward, to actually try to achieve things. And that's one thing that you have to keep. That has to be so deep within you, as far as whenever you have a desire to actually want to help people and actually change your situation to be better, to be someone who is an influencer, someone who can actually help other people. You have to instill that in your mind. I know that just from listening to the Inner Circle, it is definitely information that it kind of conditions your mind to be able to open it up more. That's what it needs. Your mind needs to be opened up sometimes, because when we go day to day, if you're doing the same thing, if you're working the same job for so many years, and you're wondering if there's anything out there, that can actually help you, and there is. You just have to not be afraid. A lot of people are afraid of, trying to achieve something more, and this community is definitely a place where a lot of people are going to be transformed into the actual people that they are meant to be. I mean, God has blessed us with many talents, and many of you have many talents out there. I know a lot of people who have a lot of talent, and there's a lot of information that they share across the internet, on Facebook or whatever. And I see the real potential of what they could be. And they may see it in me, but, a lot of times, we can inspire people. Matter of fact, I can tell you this real quick. We can inspire people and not even know it, right? Because I basically at church one day, well, I was at church and basically I served in church, and there's a guy who actually, he wanted to serve. He wanted to serve in the parking lot as a parking lot attendant, whatever, And another one of my friends from church told me, he said, hey, you inspired him to, I didn't even know the guy's name. So here's the thing, guys. Whenever you're doing your marketing, and going back to what I just said, this means something, going back to that, you never know who's watching you. You never know. Because the person that's watching you is picking up something from you. They're picking up something from you. I mean, yes, on this is me, right? I mean, when you see me, you're like, man, that's the same guy. Because I'm not trying to be anybody that I'm not. I'm not trying to be someone that I'm not. I'm just basically sharing this information because I feel like it's something that each and every one of you out there can actually use in your life that can actually help you. So, with that being said, though, I think that that just about wraps it up. Let's see. Yeah, and basically, oh yeah, on your blog, you don't want it to be maybe 2 lines and then say a call to action. You don't want it to be like a 2-line thing and then say call to action. You want to have some information in there. You want to type, have meaning. Have meaning. That's the key. Have meaning whenever you're blogging about something. Come up with a subject, have some meaning, good content, all right? Something that people will read, but you don't want it to be an autobiography or a thesis, right? You pretty much want it to be something that people can read and then they can actually say, hey, that was cool, that was interesting. That's all you need, But Kalatu, guys, is the blogging platform that is coming, and I can't wait to get my hands on it because it's definitely going to be something that's going to be revolutionary to the industry, and I just can't wait to get to the next event as well. It's going to be in January in Myrtle Beach, and I can't wait to get there to meet up with the Dream Team again and meet more people who have actually joined from now till then, right? So I see this team growing exponentially within the next year. I'd say within the next 6 months, it's going to grow very big. There's going to be a lot of customers who are going to be using this platform. A lot of you guys out there who market, whatever service or product that you do, and that's your passion, you're going to be using this blogging platform and getting more leads, getting more sales, getting more people to know, like, and trust you. It's just going to be great. I look forward to a lot of you out there having a lot of success and learning more how to market what it is that you do, about sharing you versus versus actually just pitching people with information that they're not really interested in, because you want your target market. You want your target market whenever you're doing any marketing. And what else here? I think that is about it. And guys, hey, like I said, if you have any questions after you watch this video, you're definitely welcome to leave a comment on the YouTube page, or you can leave a you might be able to leave one on my blog, but I don't know if it'll allow you unless you're a member. But right now, I think that's all of my notes right now that I wanted to cover. Actually, you know what? I can do this real quick. Let me see. I can share this with you real quick. This is something that I learned from Nicole Cooper. Where's it at? I know it's in here. Maybe I'll say that for next time. I'll just bring it up next time. I probably kept you guys probably long enough tonight. It's going on 9 o'clock, so I think that'll be it. But basically, guys, listen. If you have any questions, like I say, leave the information in the comments on the YouTube page, or you can actually I think on my blog I have a contact info on my blog, so you will actually be able to click the contact me tab on there, and you can actually contact me if you have any questions or concerns, and I'll try to get back with you as soon as I can. And I think that is going to wrap it up for tonight. So I'm going to play a little music. If you guys have any questions, I'll have a little music playing for you here. Let me get my music playing again, and then I'll sign off. Let's see. Play. All right, guys. So here's a little bit of music. If you have any questions, I will try to respond to your questions on this Hangout. So right now, if you have any questions, just post them. All right, guys. So here's a little bit. I will try to respond. Okay, guys. I don't see any questions, so real quick, if you are on here watching or whatever, you can, like I said, you can click the link above, and if you're on the blog site, click the link above, and you'll be able to listen to what the blogging platform can do for you. The blogging platform is one of the profit maximizers inside of iPass, so it's definitely worth it. It's definitely going to be something that's going to revolutionize marketing, like I said, and you have an option now to get a hold of before the masses get a hold of it. And I just look forward to helping you guys and get you guys started, with blogging and getting on the 21-day challenge. Well, whenever you get access to Latu. So, guys, hey, what else I want to say? Basically, I think that's it. So, click the link above the video. Above this video on the blog, and I will see you guys next week. If you're going to be here, I will definitely be starting at the same time. It should be starting on time next week. So next week, 7 o'clock. I probably won't keep you guys real long. I'll just go over some information and just share some more information, valuable information with you. And then eventually later on, we'll probably get some people to pop in with us. With you guys as well. So as the team builds and grows, we'll be sharing information with you as well, helping you build, whatever business that you're in. So, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Tomorrow's Friday. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you guys next week. So, you guys have a great one. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.